how are you? I hope you all are fit and fine. So student, in last video we were discussing about the application of dimensional analysis and we have studied about the principle of homogeneity. So student, we have already discussed the first application of principle of homogeneity, or you can say dimensional analysis, that is to convert the one unit system into the another unit system. So student, today we will discuss the second application of dimensional analysis. As I have already told you, these applications are very important. So student, watch this video very carefully so that you can understand each and every point. Okay. So student, the second application of dimensional analysis is to check the correctness of any physical equation. This is what it is. It is the second application of dimensional analysis is to check the correctness of any physical equation. This is the second application of dimensional analysis, and this I have already told you, the second application of dimensional analysis is same as that of principle of homogeneity. What is the principle of homogeneity? In any physical equation, dimension of both sides must be same. Okay, in any physical equation, dimension of both sides must be same, and if any equation or if any physical equation consists of more than one term, then dimension of each and every term must be same. Okay, so in this, to check the correctness of any physical equation, what we will do, we will find out the dimension of left hand side as well as right hand side of any physical equation. So dimension of both sides must be same. Okay student, so how we will do this? Student, you have to write this also. What? In any physical equation, dimension of both sides must be same. Okay, and if any equation consists of more than one term, then dimension of each and every term must be same. Okay, so I am giving you two example. One is very basic. Okay, and another one is means one is just a formula and second one is the any physical equation, because the statement is in any physical equation dimension of both sides must be same. First I will prove how it is true. Students, suppose I take force equal to mv square over r. What this F? This F is representing the centripetal force. What? Centripetal force you will study in next in 11th. Okay, how the centripetal force is equal to the mv square over r. This time we are finding out the dimension. Okay, as per the statement, dimension of both sides must be same. So this one is the centripetal force. Centripetal force means what is the dimension of force? mlt minus 2. This is the dimension of left hand side. This one is left hand side, this one is right hand side. So dimension of left hand side is mlt minus 2. Now for this one for LHS. Now for RHS, right hand side. This one. What is the what is in the right hand side? It is mv square over r. M means mass. Dimension of mass is m. What is this? V means velocity. Velocity equal to displacement upon time. Displacement means length, unit of length is L, time is T. So what will be the dimension of velocity? Lt power minus 1. L t की power minus 1 power 2 upon R. R is the distance means length, again N. Okay, so solve it. M L square t is power minus 2 upon L. Every time you have to write these dimensions inside this closed bracket. Okay, you can cut this L by this. So what will be MLT minus 2. So student, I have told you that dimension of both sides must be same. Here it is F and here it is mv square over r. If F is equal to the mv square over r, then dimension of both sides must be same. So dimension of F is, you already know, dimension of force is mlt minus 2, and you have calculated the dimension of mv square over r, that is mlt minus 2. So what you got? You got left hand side equal to right hand side. It means this relation means F equal to mv square over r is correct. Okay, student, I am giving you one more example for this, that actually in principle of homogeneity, it's a statement I am repeating again. In any physical equation, dimension of in any physical quantity or equation, dimension of both sides must be same. But if any equation consists of more than one term, then dimension of each and every term must be same. If any equation consists of more than one term, then dimension of each and every term must be same. How it is correct? I am checking. Student, I am taking very simple example, and this is the equation of motion. Okay, you have studied in class 9th and you will again study in 11th. What is the equation of second equation of motion? S equal to ut plus half at square. We have checked it dimensionally that whether it is correct or incorrect. बेटा देखो, we don't know whether it is correct or incorrect. You have a question, check by dimensional method. Question is check by dimensional method whether S equal to ut plus half at square is correct or incorrect. This is the question. So what you will do? Dimension of, you will write here dimension of left hand side means S. In left hand side we have S. Dimension of S means L. S is the distance. Distance means length. Okay, beta, if anytime distance, length, this type of term means radius, these all are the length. Okay, means dimension of left hand side will be L. Now ut for RHS. As per the definition, dimension of each and every term must be same. Means the dimension of S must be equal to the dimension of ut, must be equal to the dimension of at square. One is the constant term, so you can leave it. Okay, one is constant. So first I am taking ut. First part, ut. U is the velocity. Dimension of velocity is, what will be the dimension of velocity? Velocity equal to displacement upon time. Displacement means length upon time. Lt minus 1. Lt minus 1 into time t. So dimension of ut will again L. Dimension of distance is L. Dimension of ut is also L. Next term is at square. I have already told you, you will leave the constant term. Okay, you have to leave. Acceleration, velocity, this is the dimension of velocity upon time. So what it will be? Lt minus 2. So write the dimension of acceleration Lt minus 2 into t square. So what it will be? Again L. So it means dimension of left hand side is L and dimension of right hand side is also L. Okay, so what is the statement? Dimension of both sides must be same. And if any equation consists of more than one term, then dimension of each term must be same. So dimension of left hand side is L, dimension of right hand side, every term of the right hand side is also L. Here it is the 1 by 2, this is constant term, or you can see here when we are adding it, it's again what it will be. It will be, don't be confused that कि इस साइड तो L हो रहा है और इस साइड कितना हो जा रहा है 3/12. बेटा आई ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू वी लीव द कांस्टेंट टर्म. ओके, हम कांस्टेंट टर्म को नहीं देखते हैं, वी ओनली चेक द डायमेंशन. ठीक है, वो कितने टाइम से हो रहा है उससे कोई लेना देना नहीं है. डायमेंशन क्या होनी चाहिए, सेम होनी चाहिए. लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में अगर L आ रही है तो राइट हैंड साइड में भी के हर एक टर्म के लिए डायमेंशन क्या होनी चाहिए, सेम होनी चाहिए. दिस इज द second example of to check the correctness of any physical equation. Student, don't worry, I will give so many questions based on this, and whenever this chapter will be completed, I will solve a few questions more. First I am giving you a whole overview of this chapter, then we will do some numericals problem, so you will be more clear about this. So I hope you got my point. Now student, the third application of dimension is to establish the relation among different physical quantity. What? Third application of dimension is to establish relation among different physical quantity. Means dimensional analysis is used to establish the relation in between different physical quantity. So how it will be, I am explaining you this by giving one example. Okay, I think I hope you all have written this heading. This is the to establish the relation among different physical quantity. Okay student, I am taking the example that I have given you one formula in second application, that force is equal to mv square over r. This is the formula. Now we will prove this formula, means this is the relation that force is equal to the product of mass and square of velocity to the radius. Okay, so we will prove this formula by using the third application. I am dictating you a question that centripetal force acting on a body is depend on mass of body, velocity and radius of circular path. Establish the relation. This is the question. What? Centripetal force acting on a body is depend on the mass of body, velocity of body and radius of its circular path. Now, when centripetal force is applied, when any body moves in the circular path, that time it requires the centripetal force, means force which acted towards the center, that is called centripetal force. So the question is saying that centripetal force acting on a body is depend on the mass of body, velocity of body and radius of circular path. So we have to establish the relation in between these, in which centripetal force, mass, velocity and radius. I hope you all have written this. If you have not written, you just write centripetal force acting on a body depend on mass of body, velocity, radius of circular path. So establish the relation. Student, I am erasing the question. Question is saying that centripetal force F depends, means proportional to the mass of body, velocity of body and radius of circular path. Centripetal forces depend on these three quantity. So what we will do, because we know that we are solving this by the dimensional method, and what are the dimension? These are the power of fundamental physical quantity. So we will add power A, B, C. Okay, very simple. We have, for any question we have to do this. ओके यहाँ पर कुछ और दिया होता है, यहाँ कुछ दिया होता है, आप उसको प्रोपोर्शनल में लिखेंगे एंड यू विल एड द पावर. देन व्हाट वी विल डू, वी विल रिमूव दिस कांस्टेंट प्रोपोर्शन. हाउ? कांस्टेंट साइन इक्वल टू के एम पावर ए वी पावर बी आर पावर सी. फोर्स what is the, beta now you have to know what is the, because अगर आप हर बार, if every time you will find out, it will take time. So you must know now what is the dimension of force. Dimension of force is mlt minus 2. It k is the constant. Dimension of mass is m power a. Dimension of velocity is lt minus 1 power b. Dimension of radius is l power c. K, you solve it. How? m power a, here l power b, here l power c. But when base will be same, power will be added. So what it will be? b plus c. Means you are arranging similar term. M is only one term, that's why m came only one time, that's why I have written one time m power a. L came two times, one is here, one is here. Here l power b, here l power c. So when base are same, then power will be added. So b plus c, and here t minus b, it will be multiplied. Minus 1 into b equal to minus b, and it is m l t minus 2. This one. Okay. Now what we will do? We have written this term is equal to this term, means each and every term are same. So now compare. Here m's power is 1, l's power is 1, t's power is minus 2. Here m power is a. So now compare similar term. What we will do? We will compare the similar term. We will compare this side m with the this side m. So what it will be? A equal to 1. Okay. And what it will be? B plus c. L power b plus c. Here l power 1 equal to 1. Here t's power minus b. Here t's power minus 2. So b equal to minus b equal to minus 2 means b equal to 2. B is equal to 2. Okay. And put the value of b here. You have written here b plus c equal to 1. So in place of b you will put 2. When it will move towards this side, so it will be 1 minus 2 equal to minus 1. Okay. So value of c will be minus 1. Okay. And value of b will be 2 and value of a will be 1. Getting? Now what we will do? Now put this value of a, b and c in this equation where we have added the constant. At that place we will add, मीन्स हम कहाँ ऐड करेंगे? जहां पर हमने डायमेंशन लिखा है उसे ठीक पहले वाले स्टेप में, या फिर जहां पर हमने कांस्टेंट और प्रोपोर्शनलिटी को हटा करके कांस्टेंट लगा रखा है, साइन ऑफ प्रोपोर्शनलिटी को हटा के कांस्टेंट लगा रहा है, तो यहाँ पर हम इसको ऐड करेंगे. सो व्हाट इट विल बी? f इक्वल टू के एम पावर 1, देन v पावर b, v square, and c, what is, I am writing again, sorry beta, just little bit space problem, I am writing here. Okay. F equal to k m power, value of a is 1, v b power 2 and r c power minus 1. Okay. What? M equal to K, M power 1, V power 2, R power minus 1. Rearrange it. M, V square. I have taken this in denominator because this is minus 1. What it will be? R. If you put the value of K equal to 1, so what you will get the formula? M equal to MV square over R. What you got? F equal to mv square over r. Beta, very simple. Don't worry, I will explain you so many questions when this chapter will be completed. Only few topics are left, then I will explain you each and every numerical. Don't worry, I am this time explaining you this numerical again. The question was that force is directly proportional to the, means force depend on mass of the object, velocity of the object and radius of the circular path. This was the question, and so we have to derive the relation between force, mass, velocity and radius. So what I have done, I have written here this time that I have erased that. मैंने लिखा था कि जो फोर्स है डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल होगा m की पावर a, v की पावर b, r की पावर c. सो मैंने एक स्टेप यहाँ पर इरेज कर दिया है. वो क्या लिखा था मैंने? I have written that F proportional to m power a, v power b and r power c. Now this is whole question in front of you. F proportional to m power a, v power b, r power c. Then what I have done, I have remove this, eliminate this sign of proportionality and add one constant k and written same. Now what I have done, I have written the dimension of force, dimension of mass, dimension of velocity, dimension of radius. Then what I have done, I have arranged similar term at one place. M is only one time, so I have written again m की power a, here l की power b, here l की power c. So base are same, power will be added, l की power b plus c. Now it will be t power minus b. But now what I have done, I have compared this power of this right hand side with the power of left hand side. Here m power a, here m power 1, so a will be 1. Here b plus c equal to 1, b plus c equal to 1. Here minus b equal to minus 2, so b will be 2. So when you will put the b equal to 2 at this place, it will be c equal to 1 minus 2 means minus 1. Now what I will do, I have put the value of 1, 2 and minus 1 at this place like this. M power 1, V power 2, R power minus 1. Power minus 1 means we will write it in a denominator like this, and because we have added the constant by our choice, so we can remove by the constant by putting simply k equal to 1. So this is F equal to mv square over r, means centripetal force is directly proportional to the centripetal force is equal to the mv square over r. So student, this is from my side. So student, you watch these two video very properly, and I am giving you some numericals. You have to solve that numerical. It is mandatory, and you have to send the solution of that numerical in my WhatsApp number. So thank you. Have a nice day.